and this is Ginsu. Yeah, that Ginsu. When I was a little boy, I'd come home after school and watch reruns of Leave It to Beaver, and Ginsu infomercials would come on the TV. I remember it like it was yesterday. Now, there are two knives in this set. One is what's called the slicer knife. That's the long one. That one is about 9 and I want to say 1/4 inches.
Yeah, 9 1/4.
9 1/4.
Of the blade is 9 1/4.
The blade is 9 1/4.
Yep.
And the utility blade is how big?
4 1/2.
So that's the blade. If
Yep.
you include the handle, then it's going to be about 8, 8
Yep.
1/2, right?
Yep.
And then these are full tang knives. Explain to us what that means.
So full tang, if you look closely here, it means that the metal's one piece of metal. See that? It goes all the way through the handle. See that? One piece, so it's not glued in, and it's triple riveted. It's important to note that this is a beautiful stainless steel that is, wait for it, it's even on the thing, it says dishwasher safe. Do you see that? First ever knife that you do not have to sharpen, and it's dishwasher safe. And that's for both knives. This paring knife that's 4 1/2 inches is also full tang. See that? Also triple riveted, also made out of strong stainless steel, also dishwasher safe, and this is double serrated, which makes it a very, very important utility knife that makes it strong for all types of cooking and utility home use.
Mark Charles, if you'll step to the side, I just want to show these colors real quickly, and we're talking about the handle colors. I have this in red. I have this in black. And finally, I have this in the gray. And gray is most limited with fewer than 1,000 to go around. Now, these are knives that don't need to be sharpened, and they can go through the dishwasher.
Okay, so I got to do the demo. You know, if you have been around for many, many years, the Ginsu knife was known for this demo. Ready? I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut through this can, but the same knife, no trickery, right? The same knife, I'm going to be able to go and cut through and make a beautiful slice of tomato. That's how strong, that's how important this knife is. Look at that. So it can cut through a can, but it's delicate enough to go through a tomato and not rip it up and make that beautiful slice. So this is for all your meats and proteins. What I love about this, also this really nice long knife that's 9 1/4 inches long, there's a little fork on the bottom of that. Why is that important? Because I'm gonna come over here, guys, I'm gonna show you that when you cut a piece of meat, what you're gonna do is, what I love about that is you're going to cut the piece of meat, and then you're going to actually, the whole fork is actually be able to serve it.
Spear it.
Spear it. So I love that. You can actually put it into, what do you call, a gravy if you'd like.
Did you notice also that it did not rip or tear the meat?
And I barely, not even looking at the, you know, like this is what I love about Ginsu is, the blade does all the work. I'm going to try to get as thin as I can to show you. I mean, look at that, guys. And this is, we purposely dried out this pork because I wanted it to make it tough, because usually when pork dries out, it becomes a little bit more choppy and it serrates easier. But look at this, guys. Look at the slicing of this with this beautiful piece of pork. That's the Ginsu difference. That's this beautiful stainless steel knife that has been around for generations, and it's here to stay, dishwasher safe, and they put it on the actual full tang handle.
We all remember what it was like to use a knife when it was sharp, right?
Yep.
And you took out your knife and you were able to cut through things like your celery, you're making mirepoix for soup and stew and chili and all chicken and dumplings, all the things that you're doing there. Look at how sharp that is. Now that's a utility knife. If I use the slicing blade, it's even easier. And look at how thin.
Now, utility knife, I want to show you something. It's so strong, guys. And again, what I love is you don't have to sharpen it. The utility knife, they did a double serration. I'm going to wipe this so you can see it's clean. If you look at this, guys, if we look at close, you see that? That's actually, you see that wave? So there's a wave and a tooth there. Those are two different serrations. So that's what's called a double serration. We put that on there, or Ginsu puts it on there because they want it to be tough. So if you're going to take something like, you know, things like this and actually cut, I'll do that again for you. So when you have tough jobs in the kitchen, you're able to cut through them, or if you want to cut down, I mean, this will cut through and break down your boxes, easy peasy. But then the same thing is, this is still going to cut your strawberry. You know, a paring knife is the most used knife in the kitchen, and this just cut through the cardboard and the string, but was still able to cut this strawberry, delicate strawberry, that beautifully. Is that great?
Now, Mark Charles, if you'll step to the side, I just want to show these colors again. And remember, you're ordering these by handle color. It's one continuous piece of steel. That's what full tang means. So normally those handles are glued on. This is one continuous piece of steel, and the handles are riveted on. Now, this is red. I have black. And finally, we have gray. but only 800 remain in that gray. These are going very quickly. Please know also that these can go into your dishwasher.
Yes, dishwasher.
You're going to the
dishwasher,
artisan
dishwasher.
bread area of your supermarket and you're buying some beautiful breads. You want to come home and have some crusty bread with that pasta vajol soup you're making?
Look at this.
Or you're making fresh garlic toast
Love, right?
to go with
Look at
your
this, guys.
pasta.
I just want to show you this. I just cut this. This is a soft bread. Look at the edge of this, guys. That's the Ginsu difference. You're talking about a beautiful stainless steel knife that just doesn't need sharpening, will last its edge for a lifetime, and is dishwasher safe.
And
at
this
these
is
results.
fresh bread.
This is
So
fresh bread.
This would rip
which makes
and
it more
tear
correct.
because it's more gummy, but not with the Ginsu knife
Yep.
because it just glides through here.
Glides through it.
Look at
And what
this.
I love is for everything, whether it is the paring knife, whether it is the original knife. Now, that knife also, the big knife, is the original knife that when it started on the infomercials, or those hundreds of years ago, it feels like hundreds of years ago, that was the original shape, and this is the first time we're bringing it back to QVC, is that original Ginsu knife shape.
Maybe you're cutting this into
Wow,
croutons.
you're doing a great job.
Croutons.
Look at you.
Because you're then gonna
Look how
toast
soft.
this.
Look how soft that is, and you're
Now,
able to go
This
through
is
it.
gummy bread, but
Yep.
it's not ripping and tearing. That's the beautiful part. And then you toast that,
So-
and you drop it into your soup.
If you want some nostalgia, Ginsu's back. It's
Back in a big way.
It's the original knife that
How
you
many
know
gone
and
now,
love.
Brian? Over 1,300 are gone
Thanks,
with
everybody.
500 people on the phone lines. You're coming back with one more item, yes?
Brand new item, Henning Lee.
Hanning Lee. But in the meantime, let's check in with Big Bite Steve, who's got some updates for us.
You betcha. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we have a